red. Y'all are going to be partners. I'm going to put the yellow and the pink flowers together and the purple and the blue flowers together. Now, what I want you to do is you're going to pretend like you're bees. I need for you to listen. And you're going to take your bee and you're going to put your fingers in there pretending like you are the bee. And these are your legs. Okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to, first of all, fly to your flower. Now, I'll show you. And what bees do, they don't press down. Listen to me. You're not listening. They don't press down into the flower. Bees are very light creatures. And what they do is they just walk down the flower and they'll walk around the flower, sticking their tongue down in the flower. Okay? So I want everybody to do that real quick. Just walk around your flower, using your little fingers. Okay? Once you walk around your flower, walk back up the petal and look at your fingers. If you walk, all you're doing is moving your fingers around in the middle of your flower. That's where the pollen is. Okay? Now, walk back up your petal. And look at your fingers. Do you see anything on your fingers?
Yes.
Okay, well, you didn't do what I asked you to do if you don't see anything.
Yes.
You've got to walk inside the middle of the flower where the pollen is. The pollen is not on the outside of the flower. The pollen is on the very middle of the flower. All right, now, listen up. What I want you to do, I want the bees with the red flower to go to the orange flower. Bees with the orange flower go to the red flower. And do the same thing. Yellow flower, come over here to the pink flower. And I'll go over here. Y'all go over there and you go to the blue. Do the same thing. Alright, now bring your bees back out and look at your fingers.
Show me your fingers.
Okay. So what happened? What you just did was you pollinated the flowers. You took the pollen from one flower over to the other flower and then back. Now, come on in, we're pollinating. Oh, she brought me flowers.
They go to another flower, and what happens when they go to another flower? It drops off. So whenever that pollen goes, you collect that pollen, that little buzz, little bee, and collect that pollen. Where do you think that bee collects that pollen at? But what part of the bee does that pollen stick to?
His back.
His back and his legs and his feet. They have little hairs on their legs and the feet, and that helps collect that pollen. So what happens when those bees and their wings fly really fast, and that causes the bee to vibrate. All right. Well, when that happens and the bee goes to the little flowers, it causes that flower to vibrate, and it lets that pollen break loose. So that pollen goes, and then it goes to another bee. What's your name? Lily. It goes to another plant, like Lily says. And what does it do with it again?
It drops it into the next flower.
It drops to the next flower, and then when it drops to the next flower, it goes through a process called fertilization. And then that fertilizes the eggs of a flower. And can one of my high schoolers tell them the eggs are in the ovules, which is the ovary of a flower? Can one of my kids tell them what does the ovary turn into in the flower? A fruit. The fruit. So any of the fruit you eat and vegetables you eat, if you're eating a squash, you're eating a part of the flower.
You got it. I got your chair. Okay, you got it.
My name is Keisha. What do you know about the child? What child?
What color is
So you change.
that?